2 Ears and 1 Mouth, part of the Sticky Sales series. Perhaps the greatest skill that you can ever master in sales and in life itself is to just listen. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The ratio is 2 to 1. Keep it that way and you'll be more successful and make friends more easily than you ever imagined. No real surprise here, but as a sales professional, you should be developing a natural tendency to get people talking. With the right prompting and real sincerity, you will have them talking in no time. And the more they talk to you, the more they will like you. The age of the cocky salesman is thankfully long gone. That old comedy cliché of the smooth-tongued, foot in the door, joke a minute, won't take no for an answer sales rep has been consigned to the great company Ford Capri in the sky. You are not selling something that people don't want. You are listening and helping them. There is a world of difference. Think about how you were when you were young. Let's be honest, your hormones were raging and it was all very confusing. Girls were these wonderful, unattainable creatures that scared you rigid. Your brain said run away, but your body said don't you dare. And then you're at a party and the girl of your dreams notices you, and you finally learnt from your previous, admittedly sparse encounters. You talk to her about her. You ask her questions about her, gentle, respectful, humorous questions, and you listen, really listen. Lo and behold, what happens? If not an actual girlfriend, you've made a friend, and she's a girl, or a boy. Listening to someone means that you are respectful and care about what they have to say. They will thank you for it and trust you the next time you're together. They will know and accept that you understand, care, and want to help them. And that is pretty much what we're all looking for in life. We gravitate towards people who are most like us. Think about who your true friends are and why this is so. True friends ask how you are and then truly listen to your answer. A couple of years ago, Steve decided to spring clean his social circle and only spend time with people who really listen to him. In other words, proper friends. The result was dramatic. He was happier because he no longer had to make personal or social allowances for people that had no interest in him. His true friends benefited because he could now spend more meaningful time with them, and he managed to remove a lot of negativity from his environment, perceived or otherwise. Fine-tuning your ability to bond with the right people on a social level will serve you well in your professional life. There is a world of difference between listening and hearing. The former is an art. The latter is something that happens. When you listen properly, you are putting yourself in the other person's shoes and forming an outline of what it means to be them. This doesn't happen overnight, but with practice, the skill will develop and people will instinctively understand that you care about what they have to say. The more that you listen, the more you will hear. Never betray a confidence, no matter how much you're tempted. It will always come back to hurt you. A friend once went behind Nadim's back and said some hurtful things in an effort to secure a role that he had been offered and that the friend coveted. The person that he spoke to was horrified by his lack of loyalty to Nadim as a friend and confided in him. Not only did that person lose Nadim as a friend, he lost the respect of a potential employer as well as a number of mutual acquaintances. As an accomplished listener, you will sometimes have to listen to unsavoury opinions. Don't get drawn into any contentious areas, and don't tell them how stupid they are, or they will never confide in you again. Listen to what you have to, withdraw graciously, and deal with them only when necessary. Nothing that you say each day will teach you anything. However, if you listen, the lessons will continue every time you leave the house. Recently, Steve was having a quiet pint of good Adnams ale with his wife. At the next table to them were two well-to-do couples. One of the gentlemen was clearly well refreshed and enjoying his pre-dinner gin and tonics just a little too enthusiastically. The four were discussing the recent British general election results, always one of the more dangerous topics, along with religion and football. The man made his point and asked for his companion's opinion. They had hardly opened their mouths when, each time they tried to speak, he interjected with, "No, listen to me." This went on for a while, with no other opinion being preferred but his own. The topic moved on to their plans for the next day, something about a choice between Minsmere Wildlife Reserve and the ruined abbey at Leiston. Clearly we're in Suffolk here. Needless to say, everyone was compelled to listen to our hero's preference. A little later, Steve was waiting to be served at the bar, just behind the man's wife and her female friend. The wife was apologising to her friend, somewhat embarrassed. "Oh, you know what he's like," said the wife. "Oh, we do, don't worry, we're used to it," sighed the friend. "He's always been the same," said the wife. "Never listens to anyone." "Oh well," said the friend. "Any idea what you're doing for your 50th? "Not really," said the wife. "Probably just a quiet meal at home. I don't want a fuss." While this is a pretty extreme example of how not to listen, the episode speaks volumes. The man was tolerated, his wife was embarrassed, the friends were resigned, and the idea of a birthday party was A. too much to think about, B. potential for more embarrassment, and C. risky because of people's response. All this because he wouldn't listen.